Julius Caesar was a natural leader and greatly influenced Rome's future, both as a general in the army and as a ruling official in government. His full name was Gaius Julius Caesar. He was born in Rome on July 12th, 100 BC, into an aristocratic family. His father was named Gaius Julius Caesar as well, and his mother was named Aurelia. He had two sisters, and they were both named Julia. When Julius Caesar was only 16, his father died and he became head of the family. Because of this, he and his mother, Aurelia, became very close. Julius Caesar studied Greek language and literature, as well as philosophy and rhetoric. His teacher was named Apollonius. In Caesar's early adulthood, Sylla, the ruling leader of the time, ordered him to divorce his wife, Cornelia, due to her strong ties with a competing political class, the Marius. Instead of complying with the order, Caesar fled Rome. In response to this disobedience, Caesar was stripped of all titles, lands, and personal fortune. During his time in exile, Caesar traveled to Rhodes and continued his studies under Apollonius. When Sylla died, Caesar saw his opportunity to return to Rome. Upon returning, Julius Caesar sought to gain political power and favor of the people of Rome. Caesar soon started his military career and became an assistant of the governor of Asia. While Caesar was a general, he had many great victories in battle. His three major conquests were the Gallic Wars, his invasion of Britain, and his civil war with Pompey. One of Caesar's many great conquests was the Gallic Wars. It was fierce and long, lasting from 58 BC to 50 BC. Julius Caesar kept a record of what happened in Gaul, often depicting himself as a hero. The Gallic Wars were fought between the Romans and Gallic and German tribes living in Gaul. The Helvetii, a Gallic tribe, migrated through Roman-occupied parts of Gaul to create a kingdom. Although Caesar claimed that the invasion was an act of defense, most historians believe Caesar invaded Gaul to lift his political career and to pay off his enormous debt. Caesar's troops were highly trained soldiers, whereas the opposing forces were made up of barbaric tribes. Caesar rarely attacked if he didn't see somewhere he could place his troops that would give him the advantage over the enemy. As a result of the Gallic Wars, all of Gaul came under Roman control. During the Gallic War, Caesar also invaded Britain. Previously, the Romans saw Britain as a mysterious land and the edge of the known world. Some Romans believed Britain didn't even exist. It is suspected that Caesar believed there to be gold and other precious resources that could be in Britain. Not only did Britain exist, but they were also helping the Gauls in the Gallic War. Caesar's initial attack on Britain was virtually a failure. He was expecting to intimidate the Britons into surrendering, and he was greatly unprepared for their resistance. Not only was it not going well for Caesar within the battle, but his ship fleets were severely damaged by the stormy English Channel. Caesar thought that making a peace negotiation was an option for the time being, indicating he would leave quickly in exchange for hostages. Later, Caesar was ready to launch another invasion. This time, he had more ships and many more troops. Not only were there more ships, but these ships were better quality. These new ships allowed him to carry the larger amount of troops he needed, and the ships were better suited for landing. In this invasion, he was decidedly victorious, and even though he only left with more hostages and not the riches he was originally seeking, Caesar's dignity was restored, which he saw as a great accomplishment. Caesar's victories had positioned him with strong power and influence, which Pompey and the Senate felt was a threat. The Senate ordered Caesar to step down from his military command, or else he would become an enemy of the people. Instead, Caesar defied the request and crossed the Rubicon River with a legion, illegally entering Roman Italy. This was the beginning of the Civil War, which lasted from 49 BC through 45 BC. The 4-year war was fought in Italy, Albania, Greece, Egypt, Africa, and Hispania. Caesar defeated the last of the Optimates in the Battle of Munda and became perpetual dictator of Rome. This led to the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire. Julius Caesar was a brilliant strategist and was often able to solve problems before they could cause any real harm. As a general, Julius Caesar was well liked by his troops and shared the struggle of battle, while still keeping their respect as a leader. His popularity also spread to the people of Rome. He often held massive gladiator fights and entertained the people, and in doing so greatly raised his popularity. Julius Caesar was persistent and hardly, if ever, gave up on something he wanted. Caesar was assassinated on the Ides of March 44 BC. The assassination was a plot conceived by a group of conspirators. They stabbed Caesar 23 times, and it is estimated that, out of those 23, only one stab would have been lethal. Julius Caesar is known for many notable quotes. One of his most famous, or infamous, is "Et tu, Brute," in Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar. This was in reference to the obvious betrayal of Brutus in the before-mentioned assassination. However, most people don't know that Caesar was actually reported to have said the Greek phrase, "You too, my child." This and many other quotes from Julius Caesar are still referenced today, making his words one of his greatest lasting legacies. With the help of a couple of Greek astronomers, Julius Caesar developed the Julian calendar, a system we still use today. Julius Caesar laid the foundation for one of the greatest empires in history. Other countries even adopted variations of his name, Caesar, as the title for their rulers. Examples include the Russian Tsar and the German Kaiser. Julius Caesar's legacy spread far beyond Rome. The lands he conquered changed to a Roman lifestyle and shared Roman culture. That concludes my documentary on Julius Caesar. I hope that you liked it and learned something new about one of the world's greatest leaders.